Yes, your streak continues, my friend. Oh, I had a little blip with the stream there, but hopefully you're all back on. Okay, let's. What? I don't have any announcements. I don't think nothing new going on. Hey, Anthony, what's up? I am going to try to put up Ardennes Forest. I don't believe I'll stream tomorrow this game. I've got to catch up on some War in the Pacific. I feel bad. Lodric's waiting. Uh, how long till turn resolution? Well, XTRG, it may be 6 episodes from now. We may finally turn this turn. That's my goal. I did want to just kind of look over the big map here, just kind of give you a big, grand overview. Narva line, trying to hold on to Pskov. I'm actually going to move some units up here before we turn the turn, because now I think the threat is he just completely cuts off Pskov. I don't think that they can take it by a direct assault in the near future anyway, but if they get around it, it's not going to matter. We're going to have stuff that's got to get out of this Smolensk salient here. We've got a little bit down here into Mogilev. We're going to pull those guys back a little bit, but let's just jump on the map and get after it. Whoa, where did I go? Okay, I'm over here by the Kerch. And I'm just going to go top or bottom to top. Top to bottom. Bottom to top. Yeah. 4. Okay, these are all import ports, right? I'm going to turn them all to 4. I'm going to try to get any damn freight in here that we can. We need it. We need it. These guys are starving. Let's get it all up to a 4 out here in all of these import ports. And hopefully something comes to us. Another thing I wanted to do is take the cavalry, Romanian cavalry group, put him on a boat, and send him over here. I don't know, somewhere over in Romania. Um, let's just put him in here. This headquarters, we don't need this headquarters anymore. If you look, he's not commanding anything. Let's get as many men off of the Crimea as we can. Can he get off the ship? Nope. He needs 130. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. He can sit on that ship. No biggie there. I might be better to bring him into Constanta, though, because they're on a rail line there. Okay, well, why don't I guess I can't undo that now. Well, that's weird. Huh. Okay, well, whatever. We'll do it next turn. Believe me, this isn't that important. First Romanian Corps, I will bring down then to Constanta. And let's take that off the ships if we can. Nope. Takes 100. We don't quite have 100. Again, who cares? But at least it's fewer men over here. Now, this is the head 3rd Romanian. We've also got our rail unit out here trying to draw freight if they can. We've got the field corps. Now, he's not coring anything. We could always put him on a boat. Sure, why not? We'll bring him over here. The Germans may. Oh gosh, we got a transport hit. Holy crap, we haven't seen that before. Okay, a transport over here got hit. I'll be honest with you, I haven't read that part of the rule book. I didn't even know that could happen. That's cool. All right. I'm glad that that was a Luftwaffe field corps. We didn't lose anything. I don't know. Um, all right. On we go. FBD1, that's fine. This is coming up. That's all going to stay here. That's going to stay here. 3rd Romanian Corps. We could put that on a boat and get it out of here. Let's do it. Let's see if we get another transport hit. Like I said, I didn't even know that could happen. That's kind of cool. Okay, there we go. He's over here now. Just trying to clear out as much out of here as I can. I may even throw these guys on boats once they get all back together. All right, that's done. I think this is all fine. I also want to turn the air units on just to make sure we don't lose anything foolishly out here. No, no, no. They're what I'm saying. No, I just mean they're far enough back. They shouldn't get overrun, or if they do, we've already lost the game anyway. Um, Okay, so we don't have anything on the airfields out here. I built the line last time. I'm going to keep all this the same. We went over it yesterday. I'm not going to go back over it again. If I was just playing on my lonesome, I probably would. But let's get that off of. Let's move him over one. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. I want to get us moving here. Now, don't forget, we still have a couple of units to move back from our reinforcements too, so we'll need to do that. These guys, I'm gonna keep all these the same. This just looks horrific here. I hope he doesn't bust into um, Romania, but we've got two Panzer divisions at least sitting back here providing some kind of cover. It's not good cover, but it's some kind. It's better than nothing, I guess. Um, these guys, it's gonna. I'm just gonna keep all this the same. I I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great. Where I really want to move units is here in and around Mogilev, because I'm gonna peel them back. Um, And how are we going to go about this? Well, who's got movement points left? He does. He does. He does. They can all move into Light Woods unit or territory. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move all of my gold units around a little bit here. Make sure that I've got enough movement points with these guys to get over here and cover it. Yes. Okay, I do. I do. Okay. So let's move him down one, and then we'll move this over one, and we'll take this unit and move it. Now, is that clear? I'd rather he be in the woods. This is probably about where we're going to form our line anyway. Let's just put him there. And then I've got the French here sitting in the woods. Not that they're going to do a whole hell of a lot, but that's fine. It's better than nothing. 1 and 7. He's not in great shape. That is our best unit. I'm going to go set him right here in the rough. I'm going to set this unit in these light woods. I'm going to take this unit. I'll put this in the swamp. Where can he? This guy actually is in bad shape. I'm just going to set him there. Does that work? Hold on. No. Hold on. Let's undo that for a second. Can he not get into that hex? Well, crap. Okay, let's put this guy here actually. And we'll put these two. What is that? Is that clear? Yeah. Is that swamp? Well, shit. I'd rather him be in the swamp. He can go back there. Let's put this guy in the swamp then, and put this guy in the light woods, and then this guy will just hide back here. Take the headquarters, move it back here, and then we got to move Second Army headquarters somewhere. Okay, we'll just put him in Vitebsk. Oh, that's not Vitebsk. Where the hell is that? Lapel. Okay, we'll put him right there. And then I'm going to keep all this the same. That's fine. I was tempted to maybe attack around here or something, but I'm going to try to save all of their strength if I can. We've still got this unit out here that's on the train. We can't get him off the train, but I was thinking we could maybe get him a little closer. I don't want to maybe put him all the way in Dagapels, but as long as he can't get off the train anyway, we may as well. I think I'm going to put him on that road, and then he can get off the train there next time, or at least I hope he can. Um, this unit, I really, really want to move this, but we'll talk about this in just a second. Okay, so these guys are eventually going to fall back, and we've got to make the line at Minsk. There's no way around that. Now it's going to curve a little bit, and then down to Minsk, but all of this bulge, we've got to move it. Okay, that was all fine, I thought, when I looked at it before. Let's go back and get some of our other troops, though. 386th MD. Okay, so we've got a motorized division. We've got a Luftwaffe field division. The Luftwaffe field division, I don't have any real strong thoughts about where to put it. I think I'll put it, out here somewhere near Minsk. I guess he could go directly into Minsk. We've got let's just do that. We'll put him in Minsk. We'll take him off the train. He's sitting there with the Panzer Division that's on reserve. We can put that on reserve as well, and put him under 8th Corps, or I could put him under this corps too. I don't want this guy sitting with the French, by the way. Let's put this here. Excuse me. I feel like I've got allergies going on here. Let's scoot him back just a little bit. And then he's got 7 of 9, so let's put this field corps in with whatever corps that is. Was that 8th Corps? Nope. 5th Corps? Yes. All right. So he'll go into 5th Corps. This one's rebuilding. I probably should have that one sitting on top of Minsk. Why don't we do this instead? I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's a field corps, right? I'll eventually just put him back here in Vilnius or something. Okay, so that's fine. Who is your commander? Oh, I see. I see. So let's put this in either 5th or 8th Corps. That would overstack him. All right, so let's just put him in 8th Corps for a turn. Let's make sure 8th Corps has support units. He does. Okay. Bring down another howitzer. Why not? These guys I actually want to move. Um, Now the one Hungarian unit's not terrible, not great either, but he's not terrible. And I'm gonna start moving these guys down. This is light woods, right? This. All right, I'm gonna move him here. I'm gonna move this guy. I wish there were some more woods out here somewhere. Um, well, before I do anything else, let's take this guy then. I'm just going to set him kind of back, or I could double stack him with somebody. Maybe that's what I'll do. Or I could move him all the way down here. Actually, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll move him all the way down here, and then I'll take this guy and put him here. All right. I don't know if that's better, but it makes me feel better. This is too big of a gap. Let's move him up one. He's the weakest of our units. This is swamp. Yes. Okay. We'll move him back into the swamp. And if I'm gonna double stack, let's do it with this guy. All right. Done. Okay. That's done. Does it? That's heavy woods. I hate to give up heavy woods at this point. Well, I'm gonna be scooting back anyway. Does it really matter? Probably not. Um, okay, I'm gonna leave that. This okay. This is all done. This is fine. And then we've also got the motorized division, which I'm gonna send south into this area. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do with him yet, but I'm gonna try to put him in the clear open area. I guess he could come into like Tarnopol. That's probably where I need him, somewhere around Tarnopol. Is that true? The Hungarian line stretches. Um, Actually, I probably need him right down here by Romania. Fine. Let's put him in there. Can he get off the train? Yeah, he can. Okay. So he's off the train there. We'll give him command next time. Railroad doesn't matter at this point. I mean, we've kind of repaired what we can. And then we've got this really strong division. Well, let's scoot back. There he is. Okay. The Totenkopf SS. We're going to put him straight north. And he's going to come try to help save Pskov. Can he do it? Well, I don't know. I'm going to put him into Riga. Maybe. Nah, I can take him even further. Let's. Surely they're not going to get this far. I say it's famous last words, but I'm going to put him up here, and he's going to come try to help with Pskov. Okay, I've got this guy here. I put the other guy to the south, so I'm trying to spread them out where I can. Let me make sure you guys are all still there. Hey, what's up, Stanley? How are you, my friend? Just Monica. Hey, sorry you missed yesterday too, Just Monica. Glad you're here. Um, okay, so we moved those. I think all of our air is out of danger. Well, it's not out of danger. It's out of. Oh, I know. Wait a minute. I just uncovered something. Where was that though? Oh, Mogilev. Mogilev, right. All right, so let's go to Mogilev. Let's make sure if there's a depot there, we disband it. There is not a depot there, but we do have parts of JG51. So let's turn this back on. I knew there was something out here. JG51's up in Vitebsk. We're going to have to turn it back after this turn anyway. All right. Interesting. So it's showing all of JG51 up there. That's weird. It's only 9 planes. Let's send them to the reserve. Next turn, I'm going to think about getting some things out of the reserve. We'll see. I mean, we got to throw everything at it at this point, right? It's kitchen sink time. Okay, so that's all done. The only other thing I wanted to do here, I really probably want to move this, but I don't think I have a good place to move it. Let's make sure we're on movement. Um, Yeah, there's no. This is a strong unit right here for us. Again, relatively speaking. What do I have in? Let's take the air back off. What do I have actually sitting in Vitebsk? Well, one crappy division. I don't love that, but I don't know that he can get to us. Again, famous last words. I'm going to leave that as is for now. What I want to change, and I'm sure that will cause some kind of questions. Let's take this off. What I want to change is I'm going to move one division of the fins out. And you may say, "Whoa, we can't do that, Dojo. You're insane. You've lost it." That is possible. But now the threat is that he's going to drive around Pskov to the south here and cut off Pskov, and we lose it anyway. And so to try my best to not have that happen, let's put this on defensiveness, okay? We've got an X here over 100, obviously, with all three. I think it'll be enough to protect with just two. I hope. I hope. Um, that's a 70. Okay, this guy was a 98 defense. This is a 79, and that's a 72. I'm gonna leave the 79 and the 72 here. How much better are the? That's 93 of 94. That's 93 of 94. And that's 95 and 96. Okay. Well, I'm going to take the strongest of the. Oh, do I dare? No, I'm going to take one of the weaker two, and I'm going to put him right here because we've got to stretch out here slightly. Now it shows him as a 7 now that he's not in town. Nope, 16. Okay, well, we've got worse. Uh, these guys, so that's 12,000 and 12,000. Now we've got a 14,000 right here. That's the strongest of these. So I'm going to leave the 14,000 if we can. Let's go back to moon points. Um, do I still have planes at Ostrov? I'm going to have to look. Well, surely not. It's a Soviet hex. I'm going to bring one guy there. I'm going to bring this guy here. And I'm going to take, okay, so I'm going to leave the 14,000 guy up here north. I'm going to take this guy and bring him here and try to stretch this line out a little bit. A little bit. As long as we've got a level 1 fort there, let's go there with him. The more and more I looked at this, I was like, we have just got to spread out a little bit. And otherwise, we're going to lose it all anyway. Okay, so he's behind the line. I'm going to put him on reserve. And now I've got these guys here. Okay, he can come down. I'm going to put him. here? Sure. All right, let's move the headquarters down a little bit. Now, this does put Pskov in more danger in the short term. I totally understand that. It's a risk that I just kind of feel like I've got to take at this point because if he gets around, it's not going to, it doesn't matter if he gets around Pskov. So we could either go to the swamp here, and also what I'm counting on, we got two new divisions coming in, and we're going to have a lot coming out of this salient, and I'm going to try to get up and save Pskov that way. Will it work? Well, I don't know. Well, I guess we're all going to find out together. Freight. Let's fly some freight to Odessa if we can. All right. It looks like we can do a single mission, or I mean, we've got transport planes available to do it. Let's do a single mission to make sure we don't get too much Soviet interference. We did get a -4 there, but who gives a I mean, at this point, transport planes are the least of our worries. I'd much rather get freight in here. The reason I'm doing it is there's no direct freight line into Odessa, so I want to get these guys built up as best we can. I'm just going to keep launching single missions, assuming we don't lose like 30 in one turn. I'm just going to keep running them out there. And then I also want to run one over to Sevastopol. We'll do that in multiple missions. I don't think there are that many Soviets over there. Hey, 9 whole tons! Woo! That's exciting. Okay, no more there. But I'm worried more about this anyway. Launch. All right, now we're getting 24 tons and losing 3 planes. It's probably time to call that off. Where else? I don't think there's any place really. I mean, we could. Well, shit. Let's fly a little. We can't. Now we could take our level bombers and fly some of these missions. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can get over to Sevastopol with that. All right, yeah, we can. We can use some of our level bombers just for food run. Let's do. Oops. Okay, we can only do it as a single mission. Good to know. Well, that was weird. It clicked off when I was on single mission. It came back as multiple mission. Strange. All right, well, it looks like we're going to have to keep just selecting these. Hey, 9, 10, 32 tons of freight. Look out. These guys are going to be eating filet tonight. Okay, I'm going to keep doing it. This is fun. Can we do it again? No. Okay. Can I do any more out to Odessa? No. Okay. Any place else need it? Not really. Although we could think about going into Smolensk with some level bombers ready. Let's do it with the Stab with 3 of them. Let's click that over to single mission. Now it comes back. That's weird. Let's see how many of these we lose. None. Okay, cool. We don't have a direct line into Smolensk that's not cut. All of them are cut at this point. So let's just fly 29 of these guys out here and see if that works. Okay, cool. Uh, Fly 30 more. 45 tons. It's not a lot, but every little bit makes a difference. Fly some more. Yes, watching me do this one by one. The stuff of fantasy. Okay, that's all done. I'm going to go to the reserves just to make sure there's nothing else we can pull out of here. Again, I mean, we're down to let's throw the kitchen sink at it. But there's nothing here that looks that useful. In the air reserves, we may pull some of this out next time and just throw it all at him. Unless somebody yells at me in the comments, which is possible. Now, you guys are consistent at that. Unless somebody says something, I'm going to turn the turn. Now, you guys may have seen something, and don't say it because you just want me to turn the turn at this point. It's possible. Yeah, it is Seoul out there. They're fishing off the coast of Sevastopol. Okay, well, I'm gonna back up a little bit. I am going to run. Oh, that is the other. Oh, see, there's always something else. I'm going to go ahead and run the depot management. Allow the AI to manage my depots and see what it comes up with. We've got all the AP in the world. It doesn't matter. And I just want to see what he comes up with here. And I'm very curious. Now, well, I probably should pull up the logistics. Okay, there we go. He did. Gosh darn it. Sorry. This is you can't see it on your screen, but I had windows that popped up. So he did make Sevastopol. I say he, the AI made Sevastopol for 333. Okay, Odessa 3. Constanta we need to make a 2. 2. All right. So that way he's at least drawing out here. Now, see, 3 to 4, that's okay because that can go straight to Sevastopol. But for the 3s, we need a 2 on the coast. So I'm going to do that. 3 at Odessa. Okay. It built several holding depots back here. All right, fine. I'm just going to run with it. I'm going to run with whatever the AI decided was best here. Now, this makes no sense at Proskorov. Building one there. Let's disband that one. Because I do believe the Soviets are going to take that this time against zero opposition. AI also built one here. Shepetovka. Disband? Yep. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look ultimately it doesn't matter. No, because they didn't have any freight in them anyway. But at least I'll make him build it. That's just out of spite. Nothing. Okay, we're probably eventually going to lose that town. Vitebsk has to be a 4. Smolensk 4. 2 at Daugavpils. It wants to build this little. This one's under danger, but it doesn't have any freight in it, so that's fine. Same with this. Ah, screw it. Well, this one's actually got a little bit in it. Well, on the off chance he doesn't break through there, well, fine. If he captures that much freight, oh well. It's not the end of the world. 4 and 4. It always loves to build this one on the rail line to nowhere. This is where you go get your supplies if you live on Lake Peepus. Sure. Okay, done. Let's go. Let's see what happens. End your turn. Okay, well, we'll see. Turn it! Turn it! Damn it! I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys. I want to see what happens. I mean, it's not going to be pretty, but that's probably fun for many of you as as you get a kick out of watching me get my ass kicked. Um, we'll see what happens here. I hope it doesn't completely crumble. Of course, hey, if we lose Pskov, Odessa, where else could we put? Oh, Smolensk, obviously. If we lose any of those, that's it. I mean, there's going to be a check, and it'll come up with some screen that like laughs at me or something. So I hopefully we can hold those this time. I think we can. I think we have enough strength there. I know I took a little risk taking the 1 unit out of Pskov, but if he got around us, it's going to be game over for Pskov anyway. Now I get it. We could lose it this turn, which I guess technically would be worse. But honestly, if we're going to lose, let's go out guns blazing. And what got me in trouble in this game is playing for points, obviously, trying to go out and keep the initiative. I'm not going to try to play for points anymore. I'm going to try to do what I think's best. I mean, within some reason. I mean, obviously, we're holding Smolensk just for points for this turn. But after that, hopefully, we don't have to do any of that crap anymore. Oh, if I could rewind time and not try to keep the initiative, this would be a different game. Maybe. I don't know. The don't get me wrong, the AI was in a good position either way, but me putting out these two huge salients that he's now just ravaged certainly didn't help. All right, no Soviet air action. I think we're in the middle of a blizzard, so not surprising that the Soviets decide not to run any air. We've got a big portion of our Air Force in the reserves right now. Air Force. I sound like such an American. The Luftwaffe. Well, here we go. I guess he's going to capture those guys down by Kiev, right? That's the first thing that's going to happen. Yep, there they go. Adios. Okay, so let's take a peek. What did we lose here? 19,000 men, 182 we lost more artillery pieces than we even had. That's how bad it was. So anyway, 376th, which was a brand new division. We only got that a few turns ago, and 56th both surrendered. Wow, he lost 287 men just trying to round them all up. Okay, well, we knew that was going to happen. And all here we go. Now this is a strong force right here, south of Pskov. Certainly, he's congregating. All right, this is just northwest of Smolensk, and it holds. It holds really well, actually. We only lost 12 men. Fantastic. This is just to the south of Smolensk as well. We hold again, about 3-1 at losses in our advantage. Northwest of Smolensk up here. We only had this one motorized division sitting in that hex. Somehow it held on. Some of these units are pretty good, relatively speaking, up here. Now he attacks us into the deep woods. I called it deep. The heavy woods. The heavy woods, not the deep woods. He attacks there. We actually had an adjusted advantage. Well, we had a raw advantage and an adjusted advantage. We lose 307. He loses 398. He also lost some planes. And 8 and 12. So he had 5th mech. You never want the mech corps going into the heavy woods. Uh, okay, well, we held on there with 212th Infantry, only 8,800 men. They were outnumbered essentially 4-1, and they held on, at least the first time. All right, well, there's the attack into Pskov. And the thing I was really wondering about here is the fort level. If this fort level starts to drop, you're in big, big trouble, right? I mean, this is adding a lot to our defense. But if you look at it, we were 1706 raw. He was 283. We put it through the blender, and it came out 2188 with the two Finnish divisions. He came out 443. That's how they get the odds, essentially 1-5. Nice. I mean, that's a good result for us. Now he's going to start trying to wear these guys down, and he's got the manpower to do it. Now the other Finnish division gets knocked back. This was a pretty even battle from a man or a loss perspective, right? But he did have it 2.3-1. He took us from a level 1 fort to a 0, and he pushed us back, which would allow him to potentially surround us here, not surround us all the way, but get into another hex, and I think that's what he needs. If this was a human player, they would almost certainly go there. Will the AI? I don't know. We'll see. I hope not. I may have to congregate why do I keep saying congregate? I may have to batch a couple of these together. Oh, okay. Now, this is directly west of Odessa. We've got 1st Hungarian Armor, which had a lot of tanks in it. They're not particularly great tanks, but they're out there. 9th Panzer. He brought 25,000 men to this battle. Lucan did. We only lost 6 tanks, at least on the initial, and we held really strongly there. Okay, cool. Great. That's what you want to see. Then he's attacking down the line here. He loses 1,300 men in that attack. So so far anyway, we've had some fairly strong holds in places that I wasn't sure we'd get a hold at all. Now, right here, we get a good result from a loss perspective, right? But he did take us from a fort level 1 to 0, It was 78 to 70 once they did all their alchemy. 379 on our losses, 1493 for the Soviets. And then he tries to hit it again. Wow. 11th Panzer and 371st, they stand strong. They don't move a stitch. Okay, we lost 13 tanks there. This was 20th Panzer and 216th Infantry. 424 men we lost, 11 and 13. Soviets come in here and lose almost 1,400 men, 40 artillery, and 20 AFVs. Those were both fairly decent results for us. Now he knocks us back, though. He hit us again. I didn't really see where that came from. 661 to 276. We only retreated. We didn't get routed or anything. Now this is just over here to the west of Kishinev. We hold there the first time around. We hold there the second time around. All right. This is when it pays to have German troops. 446 to 138. We hold there. 69 to 22 on the adjusted combat values. So that's a stronghold right next to Kishinev, which I would really like to keep because that's the doorstep of him getting around Odessa. Now he attacks us into the rough here. It's 9th Infantry Division, which is a fairly strong division at this point for us. 13,000 men. That ended up being about even. On the adjusted, 205 to 38. This is in the rough, and, I'm actually surprised the losses weren't a little deeper for the Soviets there. Oh, we got routed. No. 254th Division, which only had 6,500 men, gets routed, and then 389th gets routed as well right up here. Wow. Okay, we've got a big hole in the line, boys. Good thing I've got that Panzer Division there just to try to hold it up. But there's a huge hole in the line. Now, we do have that motorized division coming. We've got a Panzer Division and another one, but that doesn't look good. All right, he attacks in northwest of Smolensk. We hold. We don't even lose a fort level there. Excellent. Now he's attacking southwest of Smolensk. We hold there pretty strongly, 281 to 131. He hits him again, and he takes even worse losses there, 1245. That was like 8 to 1 losses in our favor on the secondary attack. Okay, the motorized does get pushed back this time. Now that's the second time it's gotten attacked this turn. Okay, a third time. As he's trying to bust through here for good reason. He's trying to get around all this. Now, this stack gets attacked again. This is all out of 53rd Corps, out of Kleeman. We lose 731. He loses 953, 29, and 15. I really was hoping we'd get a better loss result than that because it was 119 to 70. But we hold. Most importantly, we didn't hold there. Just south of Smolensk. And now we're going to get into a conga line again. I can't remember what we have here. We've got a couple of decent units, I hope. 244. We lost 772 under Rendelik. I almost think I don't know. Our raw score was 49. Not strong enough to hold there, but we do hold here. That's good because we can't have him break through there. Okay, 395 to 24 on the losses. Then he hits this group, which includes 2 infantry and a motorized. We held strongly there. He does move his mech unit into here. We're going to have to try to blast that, I guess. This is into what? Polotsk? We hold there, 563 to 260, but we hold that line. We do not hold there, which is not good because these guys have nothing left. I had them back here on rest. Let's hope he doesn't attack them because they're all just going to go absolutely flying. 777 to 327 as he's threatening to close this off. But luckily, he attacks there, which is a stronger unit out of all of this. It's one of the stronger ones in that grouping. He attacks into what I believe is heavy woods or swamp. Gets no joy there. I don't dare say anything We'll see how the rest of this turn plays out. Okay, along our line here, we get attacked 562 to 663 on the losses. Now they hit Pskov again, 1 to 8.2. Excellent. So those guys are holding really strong. And then this unit here under von Roman, they did take down our fort level. It was 229 to 117. Look at that, 1.9 to 1. So we barely held 22, 33, 32, and 12. That's a good result for us, certainly. That was close. That was close. Yeah, look at all of this. He's now moved in just outside of Pskov. Yikes. All right, tried to attack that group again, didn't do any good. Tries to attack here into the light woods, doesn't do any good. That's it. That's it. Wow. Um, I know I have overused the term "it could have been worse," but that certainly could have been worse. Not that it's great for us. Pskov is seriously, uh, Pskov is seriously under threat now. As he's moved around, I think he's got 8 divisions around Pskov now, 7 maybe. I don't know. We'll have to go see. And that's why I'm bringing that big mech division up there to try to knock him back or something. I don't know. I mean, look at all of this around Pskov. Now we're going to make it through the check. We held Smolensk, we held Pskov. So now we're good till April, which will make Paul Warner so happy because that means, I mean, we can live stream now through at least July in real time. Um, but we're alive. Much like John Travolta, I'm staying alive out here. I will not dance for you. Maybe eventually, but not today. But we stayed alive. Now you can see he's moving up towards Minsk here. He got through our line a little bit. We'll have to go check that out. Um, but hey, we've got 3 months now to try to set up a defense. Now we can only when that check comes up, uh, 490. Once we leave Smolensk, he'll be at 513. We would not be able to lose another town. No pressure, right? So if we do lose Pskov, we're going to have to take it back. Can we do that in the mud? Probably not, but we would have to try. If it gets down to that, boy, I'm going to really be biting my nails. Okay, it's a new turn. It's January 3rd, 1943. Let's go to the breaking news. RAF raids, and they're hitting our manpower, which is not good because we need all the manpower we can get. Tripoli falls. British forces have now occupied Tripoli. Tripolitania falls to the Allies. Okay, well, we didn't lose any points for that. That's all we care about over here in the east. Partisan attacks stay at 1 and 2. Perfect. Okay, let's go look at the turn summary. What do we have coming in? What do we have coming out? We now have 2 divisions that have come onto the map, the 302nd Infantry and the 304th Infantry. Now that we've bought ourselves a little bit of time, I'm going to try to get anything back into the reserves that makes sense. I'm going to keep trying to cycle these things into the reserves. We'll see. We also, next turn, it looks like OKH finally said enough. Let's get things over to the east. We need it. We get another infantry division. We get an SS Panzer Grenadier division. A DOS. Oh wow! So we get DOS Reich and the LAH back. They transferred out some time ago. We get them back. That's helpful. They may have to go up to Pskov as well, because that's what I'm worried most about losing. But this time, we get 2 infantry divisions. And then we get 2nd Panzer Division went into the reserves. Okay, well, things are looking a little better on the reinforcement front. let's look at the stats. But first of all, here's the most important stat of it all: 497 for the Soviets on their initiative. This was 500. It is now clicked up to 525. We are staying alive. The next check will be on turn 94. We're currently on turn 81. So, like I said, about 3 months to try to figure something out here. All right. Last turn, we lost 40,000 men, 580 artillery, 82 AFVs, 17 aircraft. Overall, on the map, we lost 43,000 men. Okay. We did put some things back in the reserves. So, I think we actually kind of gained a little bit, but we put some in the reserves, which goes against this number. We lost 140 guns, 112 AFVs, and 91 planes. The Soviets, guess what? They gained more manpower. Unbelievable. 1273 on the guns, 359 AFVs, and 302 planes. The logistics are crap. It's still the winter, so we already knew that. Let's go look at the weather. Much like Al Roker, Willard Scott, we look over the weather map. It's snowing. All right. Well, we already knew that. We've got heavy snow out here on the ground, kind of through the south and the middle, through the marshes a little bit. It's a little light every other hex or so out here, and then it's light snow there. Weather in the air at the start of the turn. Blizzard. The old triplicate blizzard pattern has arrived at the end of the turn. Whoa, look at that. It looks like an arm. What is this guy doing? Bicep curls? Uh, yeah, okay, so we're going to have blizzard over the entire map. Awesome. That's fun. Let's look at overall losses. We're now at 3.1. The Soviets crawling up to 9.584. Not good enough. Look at the production screen, because why not? What really matters is the manpower pool. Germans back up to 87, almost 88,000. The Finns have 32, Italians 73,000. Romania and Hungary can really reinforce. So maybe build those units up. Not that they do much. Let's go to the charts and let's look at losses, manpower losses. Again, you can't have this when you've already got a manpower disadvantage. We have lost, the last 2 turns, we've lost more manpower than the Soviets. Gun losses, we've lost more, and they've got a huge advantage anyway. He continues to lose a lot of AFVs. He really the AI really throws the AFVs just at you, which I guess is maybe how you should play the Soviets. Total aircraft losses, it doesn't really matter. To the map. Mapmen. Yeah. Whoop. Look at that. Look at that. I wish I would have told you to buy this stock right there. Make my 2 and 20 off that. Map guns. Yep. Up and around. We're 2-1. Gun advantage for the Soviets. The manpower is now 5.6 to 3.27. So it's 2.5 million men on the map difference. Airplanes. No, this is AFV. AFVs. Wow. He's got 11,500 AFVs, and we've destroyed 14,000 or so. This is, better than 2 to. Well, it's about right on 2-1 now. Map aircraft. Who cares? Okay. Well, this is fun. We are at a severe disadvantage. Indeed. Yeah, 19 German divisions. The ones around Kiev, I think no matter how we would have played, I may have lost. He got around us at Kiev much faster than I thought he would, certainly. The ones we lost, all the divisions we lost out to Stalino and Rezhev out in that area, that was just to try to keep the initiative. I knew it wasn't a good idea, but again, I made the decision. I'll take it. So anyway, let's come back on Saturday and play the game. We finally turned the turn. This turn will be interesting. We got to try to throw together the best defensive line we can. We've also got to figure out what to do in and around Pskov. Um, I'm not really sure. He got a, the reason I moved that Finnish unit just to the hex south of Pskov was to try to keep him from getting around us. But now he's got us from four directions. Um, anyway, we'll see. I'll think about it. I'm going to sit here and stare at the map for a little bit. Reserve box. Yes, we certainly can see the reserve box. Let's do it. Let's go to the ground. What rebuilt here? Well, we got that heavy Panzer battalion, or we got a new one, I think, because I think I transferred the other one to the map. The Romanians got a little bit of armor. The infantry units, look at this. I mean, they're just not rebuilding at this point. Not, I mean, they are slightly, right? But 44, 33%. The Romanians rebuilt a little bit, as did their cavalry divisions. Yippee. Yeah, most of this stuff. Oh, before we go, why don't we go down and see if we got any kind of freight or supply down in the south? Um, I don't know. How about the Italians? Well, they got a little more food. It looks like this one got some. 28, 15, 31. 33. It's a little better. I don't want to oversell it. This was down at like 15%. Now it's at 33%. They do have bullets, but that's a newer unit that came on. 40%, 91%. I'm looking at ammo right now. Fuel doesn't really matter. It's all about food and ammo. How about over here? Oh, yuck. 5% and 8%. That was the one German unit I really needed to be good. 1430. I don't know what to do about that. Well, I'll figure it out next time. Um, or will, I mean, I don't know if it can be figured out. He's essentially, I'm surprised he doesn't show as unready. He's 71 of 75 on his TOE, but he just got no food this time. All right. Well, that's the burden of command, my friends. These guys out here 72%, 68, 77, 58. Well, it's better. It's better. It's not great, but it's better. Although this unit got no food for some reason. Um, Meanwhile, this guy got 105, 116%. So over here, it looks like they got a lot better, 108, 92. But this one division just got like nothing. So these guys here are at 105 and 116. Over here, 107. Where did I just see that one that had like nothing? Well, this guy, 14%. Share your food, guys. Share your food. That must have been a hell of a fight around the campfire. What is going on? Over here, some of these panzer divisions hopefully will. Saying rebuild is overselling it. Hopefully, they'll just get some reinforcement. All right. Till tomorrow, gentlemen. This was a lot of fun. Even though I mean, it wasn't fun from a results perspective, but that's what makes the game fun. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Yes, we did. We probably failed admin roles, but I thought they were in the same core. That's what kind of confused me about it. I don't know. I'm probably on the individual unit. They do a role for each individual unit. So you're right. It's probably that the general just failed the admin role or somewhere. I mean, they do 1,000 rolls every turn for every unit. So anyway, Saturday. That'll be the next time. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I promised my wife I would do something with her. So on Saturday we'll get back after it. I'll try to do it a little longer on Saturday. We'll try to get as far as we can. I know this turn really slowed down, as Paul likes to point out from time to time. I know this one slowed down, but I wanted to try to get this as good as I could so we didn't just lose the game because I'm enjoying this one. So anyway,